Welcome to Ancient Wisdom. Motivation will inevitably fail you every single time, leaving you stranded when you need it the absolute most. That is exactly why most people never manage to change their lives, constantly falling back into the exact same old destructive patterns. They mistakenly rely on how they feel in the moment, instead of focusing entirely on what they absolutely must do every day. Motivation is just a fleeting emotion that comes and goes like the wind, completely unstable and utterly unreliable for your long journey. Discipline, on the other hand, remains perfectly stable and unwavering, consistently creating the undeniable results you actually desire in your entire life. True success is simply the direct result of strict discipline being repeated flawlessly every single day, regardless of your current emotional state. Motivation often feels incredibly powerful when it first arrives, making you believe that absolutely nothing can stand in your way right now. But you must remember that this intense feeling is entirely temporary, fading away just as quickly as it suddenly appeared to you. One day you wake up and feel completely unstoppable, ready to conquer the entire world and crush all your biggest goals immediately. Then the very next day arrives and you suddenly feel absolutely nothing, completely drained of all that fiery energy you once possessed. And when that fleeting motivation inevitably disappears into the shadows, so do all your necessary actions and your vital daily productive habits. That is the ultimate trap that keeps you stuck in mediocrity forever, preventing you from reaching your true potential in this life. Let us deeply examine exactly why you always end up giving up on your dreams before you ever see any real progress. First, you dangerously depend on your changing emotions, choosing to act only when you actually feel perfectly ready and excited to work. And the moment things get slightly difficult or boring, you immediately stop trying, letting all your hard work completely go to waste. Second, you constantly wait around for the perfect time to start, believing that the stars must align perfectly before you take action. But you must realize that the perfect moment simply never comes, and waiting will only cost you precious years of your life. Third, you foolishly expect massive results to appear in mere days, lacking the crucial patience required to build something truly meaningful today. The harsh reality is that any real, lasting change always takes a significant amount of time, effort, and relentless daily grinding forward. Fourth, you actively avoid experiencing any genuine hardship, always choosing the easy path of comfort over the painful path of personal growth. By consistently choosing comfort, you are completely destroying your own future, ensuring that you will remain exactly where you are right now. Now, let us uncover the absolute truth about discipline, a truth that will fundamentally shift your entire perspective on achieving major success. Discipline rarely ever feels good in the present moment because it demands that you sacrifice your immediate pleasure for a greater reward. And ironically, that discomfort is exactly why it works so incredibly well, forging your character through the intense fire of daily resistance. True discipline simply shows up every single day, especially on those dark mornings when you absolutely do not want to do anything. Discipline is the raw power of doing it anyway, pushing through the heavy mental fog and ignoring the loud excuses in mind. The great ancient Stoics never once relied on fleeting motivation to build their majestic empires or to conquer their own internal fears. Instead, they relied completely on absolute self-control, mastering their own minds so they could effectively master the chaotic world around them daily. They strictly followed three core principles of extreme mental toughness, principles that you must adopt if you wish to achieve greatness now. Principle number 1 dictates that you must always do what must be done, regardless of your personal feelings or your current mood. You cannot base your vital daily actions on what feels good, because greatness requires immense sacrifice and continuous hard work every day. Principle number 2 demands that you fully accept and embrace discomfort, recognizing it as the ultimate forge where true strength is built. You must deeply understand that pain is an essential part of all meaningful progress, and avoiding it means avoiding your own evolution. Principle number 3 requires you to stay completely consistent in your efforts, never missing a single day of doing the hard work. You must maintain this relentless consistency even when the process becomes incredibly boring, tedious, and completely stripped of any fun or excitement. Think deeply about the immense power of reframing your entire mindset regarding how you approach your daily tasks and your long-term goals. Motivation is simply the initial spark that gets you started on your journey, providing a brief flash of energy to begin moving. But you must realize that discipline is the enduring engine that actually keeps you going forward when that initial spark inevitably dies. Without strict discipline, your motivation is nothing more than a beautiful illusion that will eventually leave you feeling empty and thoroughly defeated. When you finally stop relying on how you feel, you instantly unlock a hidden reserve of unstoppable power within your own mind. The most successful individuals on this planet do not possess a magical abundance of motivation. They simply possess an unbreakable daily discipline. They wake up early, they face the cold reality of their responsibilities, and they execute their plans flawlessly without any hesitation whatsoever. You must train your brain to completely ignore the seductive whispers of comfort that constantly try to pull you back into laziness.
Every time you choose to do the hard thing instead of the easy thing, you are actively building a stronger, better mind. Discipline is a muscle that must be broken down and rebuilt every single day through the heavy lifting of your daily obligations. If you neglect this crucial muscle, it will quickly wither away, leaving you weak, vulnerable, and completely unable to achieve your dreams. So start small today, focusing entirely on conquering just one difficult task that you have been actively avoiding for far too long. Prove to yourself that you are fully capable of overcoming your own internal resistance and taking decisive action despite your negative feelings. This single victory will immediately spark a powerful chain reaction of positive momentum that will eventually transform your entire approach to life. Remember that the pain of discipline weighs mere ounces, while the agonizing pain of deep regret will ultimately weigh thousands of tons. You have the ultimate choice right now to endure the temporary discomfort of hard work or the permanent suffering of unfulfilled potential. Do not let another precious day slip through your fingers simply because you did not feel perfectly motivated to take necessary action. The world absolutely does not care about your fleeting feelings. It only rewards the concrete actions you consistently take every single day. Build an impenetrable fortress of discipline around your daily routine, protecting your vital goals from the destructive forces of laziness and distraction. When you master the art of self-discipline, you effectively master your own destiny, becoming the undisputed author of your own incredible story. Stop desperately searching for external inspiration in videos or speeches, and start digging deep within yourself to find your own unyielding resolve. The raw power to completely change your life has always resided within your own mind, patiently waiting for you to finally awaken. It takes immense courage to look at your own flaws and boldly decide that you will no longer be a victim today. You must become a relentless warrior of discipline, aggressively attacking your daily tasks with a fierce intensity that absolutely cannot be stopped. Every single morning presents a brand new opportunity to prove your dedication and to forge your character in the fires of effort.
Do not waste these precious opportunities by hitting the snooze button and surrendering to the warm, comforting embrace of your soft bed. Rise up immediately, face the harsh dawn, and take absolute control of your morning before the chaotic world tries to control you. By conquering your morning through strict discipline, you set a powerful tone of undeniable victory for the rest of your entire day. This is the ancient secret that all great leaders and thinkers have utilized throughout human history to achieve truly monumental, lasting success. They understood perfectly well that without a solid foundation of daily discipline, even the most brilliant minds will eventually crumble and fail. So I urge you today to completely abandon the foolish myth of motivation and fully embrace the harsh, beautiful reality of discipline. It will undoubtedly be the hardest thing you ever do, but it will also be the most rewarding journey you ever undertake. Your future self is currently watching you right now, desperately hoping that you will finally make the right choice and take action. Will you disappoint them once again by giving up, or will you rise to the occasion and build a legacy of greatness? The answer lies entirely in what you choose to do in the next 5 minutes when nobody else is watching your actions. Choose the path of extreme discipline and watch in absolute amazement as your entire world begins to transform right before your eyes. If you only choose to act when you feel perfectly motivated, you will absolutely never become who you truly want to be. You must ruthlessly cut out all your pathetic excuses and start taking full responsibility for every single outcome in your entire life. Build an unbreakable foundation of daily discipline right now, and I promise you that your entire life will change for the better. Thank you for watching Ancient Wisdom. Stay disciplined, stay incredibly strong, and never stop pushing forward on your journey to ultimate greatness.